Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. So another Wednesday has rolled along, which means it's time for us to have another midweek pondering topic to consider. And this week's ponderous topic is going to be all about cryptocurrencies. More specifically, I want to talk about my own thoughts and opinions on the whole world of cryptos and investing in cryptocurrencies, and talk about why I'm not investing in cryptocurrencies and why I don't think I'll be investing in them in the foreseeable future as well. Now, just to remind you all, these are only my thoughts and opinions on the subject. I'm not an investment planner, I'm not a financial planner or anything like that. So any decisions that you guys make having watched this video, they have to be yours and yours alone. I can't be held responsible for any financial decisions you make. Also, I encourage you guys to comment on this video because it's probably going to be splitting opinions. There'll be big crypto fans out there, there'll be big crypto skeptics out there like myself. But do comment, I encourage it, but do so respectfully and be respectful of other people's views and opinions in the comment section as well. So, cryptocurrencies, crypto. It's a video topic that I've been wanting to talk about for quite a long time, certainly for the last couple of months anyway. I've noticed a hell of a lot of more videos coming, sort of adverts on my videos that I'm watching on YouTube about cryptos, about Ethereum, about Bitcoin, about all of the different types of cryptocurrencies out there. So I thought it was about time to do it. So I've been kind of watching a lot of videos about crypto, trying to educate myself as best as possible about them, but not actually jumping into them and finding out a little bit more. By the way, here we have a 1/20th ounce Lunar Dog, the new Lunar Dog to add to my 20th ounce gold Lunar collection. Teeny tiny coin, but really cool as well. So yeah, as I said, I've been researching and watching a load of different videos and people talking about cryptocurrencies. And you know, it's a topic I definitely want to address because a lot of people out there, and I get it a lot in my comment sections, are talking about cryptos. They're saying that it's making them a lot of money, and it's the next big thing, and it's got so much room to grow. All of those types of situations. So yeah, I mean, cryptos, as far as I can understand it from my limited research, they're a digital currency. There are lots of different cryptocurrencies out there, and that's part of the sort of problem, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But you've probably all heard of the big players in the market. The biggest of which is Bitcoin. It's been around for quite a while now, and in the last sort of year, 18 months, we've seen it kind of explode in value, and it's made a lot of millionaires, and it's made a lot of people a lot of money over the course of 2017. But it's not for me. I have kind of I've looked at it, and when I start getting all these adverts for cryptocurrencies on the videos I was watching on YouTube and things like that, I did have a think. I was like, should I be investing in this? Because there's a lot of money to be made by all these people. They're saying they're making a hell of a lot of money. So that little 20th ounce dog is going to sit quite nicely in my 20th ounce collection. So all we've got now is the pig to go. If you can see that, it's a bit shadowy. All we've got left is the pig, and then that is complete. But yeah, I haven't really got the bug for it. I think that's probably it. And I think the main reason for that is the complexity around cryptocurrencies and around what they are and what they're all about. It's very difficult to explain and understand, and I think that's part of the problem. Because I've been trying to do a bit of research on cryptos over the last couple of weeks, I do have a little bit of knowledge. I understand the principle of kind of blockchain technology, and I understand the principle of what Bitcoin is all about. But at the same time, it's the word crypto is there for a reason, because it's very difficult to understand. It's very difficult to kind of work out, and I think that's part of the kind of disadvantage of cryptocurrencies in general. They are very complicated. They are quite complex in terms of how they work. You hear all of these kind of horror stories about people not being able to process transactions, or it takes so long, because I think the principle of it is the kind of main users of the kind of blockchain technology are the ones that process the transactions, and it's becoming more and more expensive to do so, and it's also becoming a lot less efficient to do so, because there's obviously a lot more users on the platforms, but they're not necessarily all contributing to the platforms. So it's very difficult to understand, and in terms of it being kind of a digital currency that you would use on an everyday basis, we are starting to see more places take Bitcoin in terms of payment. And I know in some of the big cities around the world, like central London and the like, you can go into some of the kind of coffee shops there and you can pay for things with Bitcoin. And I know in fact as well there are some bullion dealers out there which take payment in Bitcoin as well. But it's not necessarily the world's kind of everyday currency. You don't go and do your grocery shopping with it. You don't pay your rent with it. You don't do all of the normal things that somebody would do with a currency. And that kind of in itself is part of the reason why I don't like it, because it's not used as an everyday currency. It's, in my head, it's just seen, or my mind sees it just as a kind of almost like a stocks and shares investment, which is, I think, what a lot of people are using it for at the moment. And certainly a lot of people who've bought into it in 2017, in the last kind of basically year or so, I think a lot of people have decided, well, it's something to buy now and sell when it's higher, and a lot of people have done that. And and fair play to you guys. You've obviously taken a risk, and you have gone and you have made some money on it, and I applaud you for that. However, there are a lot of risks involved with it, and Bitcoin, it is a very volatile market. We saw, I think it was earlier this month or maybe last month, there was a huge swing down in price over the course of a day or so. It was like 25% reduction in price, I think, or something like that. I may have got those figures slightly wrong, but it was a huge dip. And it just seems like there's a little bit of a bubble. It just seems like there's a lot of people jumping on a bandwagon thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to jump onto Bitcoin right now and I'm going to make a lot of money. And maybe you will, but at the same time you're risking quite a lot, because if that bubble bursts, or if there's some form of kind of digital crisis, or gosh, the whole Bitcoin world, whole cryptocurrency world is completely unregulated. There is no protection, there's no regulation around these things. So if everything went to pot, there would not be very much recourse, and a lot of money would be wiped off the record. So it's very interesting to kind of think about in that sense. Also, you've got to look at it. I think I always struggle with this, and this I think is probably the biggest thing for me, is that that where does the money come from? Where does the money come from? It's very difficult to know. You hear a lot of, and you see a lot of kind of terrorist organisations, hackers, computer hackers, online hackers. We saw it when there was the big, over here in the UK, there was a big hack on the NHS, and lots of NHS computers were locked out, and it said, please send $300 worth of Bitcoins to X address. Bitcoin is the currency of choice for the criminals of the world, the terrorists of the world, because it's completely unregulated, because it's very, very anonymous. And that is not a comforting thing for me to kind of think about when I want to have an investment. Now, a lot of you out there will probably be saying, well, yes, it is what it is, in terms of all those things that you've mentioned, but it's still a really good opportunity to make money, especially on some of perhaps the new cryptocurrencies that are coming out there, the new ones that pop up on the market. But that in itself is a secondary problem. There are so many new cryptocurrencies that keep coming out, that you hear coming out almost every month or so. There's a new one out there at different prices, and you always hear about the ones doing really well, but you never hear about the ones that do really badly. And I think there are probably as many that have done pretty badly and have flopped, or who have questionable ethics and working practices around why they're in existence, how they work, etc. So that doesn't fill me with confidence either. And if you were looking to make a lot of money in cryptos, you might be thinking, well, Bitcoin did so well, and it's doing so well, it's continuing to do well, so let's jump on crypto. Well, I would say to you, it's like any kind of stocks and shares right now. It's already done incredibly well. If you bought crypto 5 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever the price was, $25 a Bitcoin or something silly like that, you would be absolutely laughing right now, because you'd have thousands, if not millions of dollars if you threw a lot of money into it. But if you do that now, there's a very, very small chance that that's going to happen, and it's going to create all of these new millionaires. But I do think that, and that's why I think that it's a bit of a cautionary tale. You do need to be thinking about that, and that's why I don't have many regrets about not investing in cryptos and not investing in cryptos right now. Because I view it like a lot of other things, like I remember, you remember hearing stories about people who had opportunities to invest in Apple before Apple took off, and they didn't, and they could be multi-millionaires right now, but they're not. It's the same with any stocks and shares. You can't always pick the ones which are going to make you millions. So do I have any regrets for not getting into cryptos perhaps earlier in the year when it was a lot lower? No, not at all, because I've got a lot of different investments in different sectors, and they're all working very well for me, and I have confidence in them, and I've researched them, and I know how they work. Can't say the same for cryptocurrencies. Can't say the same for them at all. I can't get my head around it. Now, I've been very kind of skeptical and negative about cryptocurrencies all the way through this video. I don't mean to belittle anybody who is investing in them at all. You guys who are doing well in cryptos, that's great, and that's great for you. And I would love to be proved wrong. I would really would, and I would love to, have more confidence in cryptocurrencies in the future. But I just can't see that happening right now. There are too many sort of negative factors for me to consider in the world of cryptocurrencies. So for me, right now, I'm fine without. I'm living without. I don't have regrets about not investing in cryptos, and that's the way it is. And I think that that's important for anybody out there. Don't jump on a bandwagon just because you think everybody else is jumping on a bandwagon. That's not what you should do. You should fully research something before you jump onto anything. So that's all I have to say, I think, about cryptocurrencies. I think it is a investment which is not for everybody. So as I said at the start of the video, please do comment on this if you think that I've misunderstood something, or if you think that you've got something I should know about. But do so respectfully, and like I said before, if other people are commenting 2 or 4 cryptos, do comment and reply respectfully to them as well. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please put a thumbs up on it and share it around on your social media. That would be very helpful indeed. And if you haven't checked out my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, please do go check it out. The link's in the description below. Also, if you haven't checked out my website where I've got all of my hand-poured silver, then please do go check that out as well. It's backyardbullion.com. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is have a fantastic week, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.